Studios and pull up the Discord trial.
Uh-huh.
Hey, do me a favor. Shoot me the link to the notes, Google Notes.
Okay. Okay. I'll post it again on the Discord general channel. Well, actually, I remember that I have a Reddit account that I never use. Can I also post stuff on the Lieberman channel when for our remote viewing contest?
What was that? I didn't
What?
say it again.
Sorry?
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Oh, I just said that I remember I had a Reddit account too, but I have never used it. And so if you don't have the time to ask people to join our remote viewing contest, maybe I can I can post it on the Lieberman channel,
Oh,
right?
right.
I don't know if that's the right place to post anything because I have never used Reddit, but I have an account.
Yeah. See, Reddit's pretty good, and you can meet a lot of interesting people, and uh, even the remote viewing channel on Discord has a Reddit account. It's remote viewing,
Uh huh.
obviously. So yeah,
Well,
you should check it out.
okay. Oh yeah, I'll try to Google it later, and if I cannot find the place, I will just ask you, and perhaps you can send me the link to it because I have never posted anything on Reddit.
Yeah, and I post stuff all the time, especially when I'm looking for help or whatever, or people to do recording on. So are we live right now?
Oh, let me refresh my page again and see if I can see. Nope, I think not. I think not. We're not live streaming. Oh yes, we do. Oh, I see it right now. Okay,
Now, can you hear both
I think
voices?
I think we are ready to go.
Okay, I'm going to pull up the Google Doc.
Think that we're not live streaming. Jeff, can you please share the screen with us so that we can see it on your YouTube live stream? Because if we just talk about the document on Discord stream, I don't think people will understand what we are talking about. Yeah, we have got 3 submissions for this practice target, and one from you, one from me, and also one from uh our meme community. Yeah. Or what if I do this? What if I do this? Can you see? Can you see it? Well, I'm actually sharing my screen with you on Discord. I don't know if that helps. Well, I don't think that's ideal, but sharing my screen it works to some extent. Discord. I don't know if that helps. Can you share? Can you see my Google document on your Discord? Well, I don't think that's ideal, but sharing my screen it works to some extent. Okay, so the first submission is from you, and what did you perceive from this target? My Google document on your Discord. Well, I don't think that's ideal, but sharing my screen it works to some extent. Okay, so the first submission is from you, and what did you perceive from this target? My Google document on your Discord. Well, I don't think that's ideal, but sharing my screen it works to some extent. Okay, so the first submission is from you, and what did you perceive from this target? My Google document on your. So you get a visual data from perceiving this target during the session. Okay, so the first oh, okay, a box in a truck. What did you and and for the surrounding environment, you think it's it's in some kind of from perceiving like a desert or during the session. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, okay. So a box in a truck. Well, I don't know how you did it, but surrounding environment, you think I don't always get visual. It's in some kind of so like a desert or during the session. Oh, okay. Okay. So, well, medical or medic responding to send box. I don't always get visual. Yeah, we will see if it what the target is later. And the next submission is from myself, and I did it like an hour ago. I spent less than 10 minutes to pursue this target. Unfortunately, for this week, I don't see any visual, and but I'm fine with that because not all remote viewing sessions can be done very successfully for me, and yeah, and some words I perceive is rotation and molecules, atoms spinning very fast, and I sense movements and energetics, but I have no idea what the target is, and that's pretty much all I get from this one. It's kind of I know it's quite abstract, and it's definitely not clear enough for me to pinpoint what the target actually is. But I'm doing my best. Yeah, that's the data from me. And the next one is from our community. He only wrote down Google's Elon Musk. I know it's quite abstract, and it's definitely not Elon Musk. For me, that's the word he wrote on Twitter. Yeah, but at least he tried, you know. That's what really mattered. At least that person is willing to give it a shot, and I'm fine with that. So I will count him in if and see if any of us can hit the target. He tried, you know. And I have to say, Elon Musk is a very specific description of the target. If the target is indeed Elon Musk, that would be spectacular, I would say. So I will count him in if and see if any of us and can hit the target. And thinking about free energy, I have to say Elon Musk is a very specific description of the target. The target is indeed Elon Musk. That will be a win-win for all of us. I have no idea. Okay, let's see what the target is, and it's from far side, and I'm not looking at target pool A, and what is the target number? Target pool N and target 14. Pool N and target 14. Let's see. Well, it seems that it's a miss for all of us on the first glance, but I'm fine with that, and we will see if it's indeed a miss for all of us. And what is the target number? Target 4 and target 14. I have no idea. I have no idea. 4 and target 14. And Peace River Canyon, Canada perspective from the camera's perspective are showing the photograph below. At the moment that the below photograph was taken, and what is the target number? Target 4 and target 14. I have no idea. I have no idea. 4 and target 14. And Peace River Canyon, Canada perspective from the camera's perspective. Just a basic natural environment. The below photograph was taken, and I missed that 100% too. And Peace River Canyon, Canada perspective from the camera's perspective. Just a basic natural temperature moderate. Expensive for your water. I missed that 100% sand in. Peace River Canyon, Canada. Yeah, just a basic natural temperature moderate. Expensive for your water. I missed that 100% sand in. Just a basic natural temperature moderate. Oh, by the way, I looked up what the SAM data is from Farside terminology, and it's called Session Analysis Machine. Yeah, that's the way they define. That's the way they define the term and to evaluate the quality of the remote viewing data. Yeah, data is from Farside terminology, and it's called Session Analysis Machine. Yeah, that's the way they define. They call it Session Analysis Machine. And yeah, kind of like a set of rules to quality of the remote viewing data to determine what remote viewing data, how good the remote viewing data is. I just posted a link on your Discord channel, and you can take a look at it. Yeah, kind of like a set of rules to. But I have no idea why they're in the same data for this target. They labeled energetics and activity. I just posted a link on yeah, kinetic and activity or movement by subjects. I don't know why they wrote it for this one. In my why they're in the same data. From what I see, I think it's just a very basic remote viewing practice data of taken from a natural environment or movement by subjects. I don't know why they wrote it for this one. In my okay, that makes sense. Yeah, but it has nothing to. But I don't think my data is good enough. Yeah, there is definitely movement. I don't know why they wrote it for this. Yeah, look. Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense.
What I see,
Yeah,
think it
but
has a very
but
good
it has nothing to.
improve
But I don't think
of
my data is good enough.
taken from
Yeah,
a
I
natural environment.
there is definitely movement.
I don't know why why they wrote it for this.
Yeah,
one.
look.
In my
Oh, okay, okay, that makes sense.
what I see,
Yeah,
but
very simple picture, and it's a
I don't think
yeah. There is definitely movement. It's not a some static image. Yeah, the image is static, but the scene is not static at all. So
that makes sense.
yeah, but the problem, unfortunately, I would say the problem has always been that we don't know which part of the data is right or wrong until we until the target is revealed. That's always the case. Before the target reveal, every words we wrote down can be a hit or can be a miss. We just have no idea to distinguish between the two until before the target reveal. I wonder if there is any way we can work on this and uh, improve the quality of our submitted data
Between the two.
yeah
Before the target reveal. I wonder if there is any way we can work on this and
let me check
improve
yes there is a
of
date and also
our
time
submitted
a,
data.
a date and time stamp is this picture was taken on December 16th and 2000
If there is any way we can
and around night time
let me
is
check
6:58 p.m.
yes
There is a date and also time. A date and time stamp is this picture was taken on December 16th and 2000 and around
it
night
looks
time
like
is
fairly right light up.
6:58 p.m.
Yes,
There is a date and also time. A date and time stamp is this picture was taken on December 16th and 2000 and
it looks
time
like
is
fairly right light up.
6:58 p.m.
Yes, there is a date and
Hmm.
also time. A date
Yes.
and time stamp is this picture was taken on December 16th and 2000 and around It
night
looks
time
like
is
fairly right light up.
6:58
Fishing boat.
in your AOL you wrote down fishing
Yes.
post. Uh-huh.
It looks like fairly right light up.
Fishing boat. In your AOL you wrote down fishing post. So do you think uh-huh. Do you think there is any chance for us to polish our data before we actually reveal the target? Do you think we it's possible to do that? So do you think uh-huh. Do you think there is any chance for us to polish our data before we actually reveal the target? Do you think we it's possible to do that? So do you think uh-huh. Do you think there is any chance for us to polish our data before we actually reveal the target? Do you think we it's possible to do that? So do you think do you think there is any chance for us to polish our data before we actually reveal the target. Do you think it's possible to do that? Mm. Do you think there is any chance for us to polish our data before we actually reveal the target? Do you think it's possible to do that? Mm-hmm. Well, I have no idea either. However, there is something I would like to share with you. It's from Future Forecasting Group. It's a YouTube short I watched like the other day, and when Dick Algeier shared his experiences with his remote viewing instructor, whose name is Glenn Wheaton. I don't know if you know that person, Glenn Wheaton. He has been teaching Dick Algeier how to do remote viewing for decades. I think it's about 20 years. He shared that information on YouTube, and in that YouTube short, he said that one there was a time when his instructor Glenn Wheaton asked all of the students in the class whether they can apply remote viewing capabilities and to advance it to remote influencing. And and of course no one knows if that's possible. And Glenn Wheaton simply said that I think it's a very philosophical statement. He said that you don't train yourself to influence or perceive anything. Instead, you train the environment to you. It's like kind of shaping the reality around you, and it is as if you are not yourself, but you are the creator of the universe. Imagine that as a fact. So instead, when you try to do remote viewing or remote influencing, you don't train yourself. Instead, you train the environment to happen in a way that allows you to do certain things, like perceiving better quality data, or getting a better chance of influencing some stuff. And the example they use is they played a game called what was the game? I forgot about the name. Roulette wheel. I don't know if that's the right term. Roulette wheel is like a spinning wheel with numbers on it, and you see it in Las Vegas, and people gamble on where the pointing arrow, which number will the pointing arrow stops, and the instructor Glenn Wheaton, he simply wrote down several numbers and to demonstrate how that can be, how remote influencing can be possible. And to everyone's surprise, all the numbers rolled down by Glenn Wheaton eventually turned out to be the numbers that the roulette wheel pointed. And to demonstrate how, yeah, so I don't know if that works for us or not, but I think that's the information that Glenn Wheaton would like to share with us. Yeah, you don't train yourself to do better remote viewing. Instead, you train the environment to give you better quality data. I think that's. But I still have no idea how to train the environment. that Godin Huiton would like to share with us. Yeah, you don't train yourself to do better remote viewing. Instead, you train the environment to give you better quality data.
But I still have no idea how to train the environment.
Uh-huh. That Godin Huiton would like to share with us. Yeah, you don't train yourself to do better remote viewing. Instead, you train the environment to give you better quality data.
But I still have no idea how to train the environment.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Godin Huiton would like to share with us. Yeah, you don't train yourself to do better remote viewing. Instead, you train the environment to give you better quality data.
But I
Mm.
still have no idea how to train the environment.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm. Mm. Uh-huh. Mm. I don't think that can be done as easy as we think. I'll post the link to the YouTube short
I don't
on your
I don't think
Discord later. Yeah, you can watch it when you have got time.
as we think.
Yeah. So okay, let's look back to our submitted data. So what will happen if we just stick to the very basic of the information? For you, I would say there is a natural environment, but and that is a hit, of course. But for the bugs and the vehicles,
So what will
La-
happen
la-
if we just
how I would say if we use the very basic term to describe that part of the information, then we might say there are man-made object. Yeah. But in this target, there is no. I don't see any man-made object.
I would say we
So reducing the data we get to the very basic. I think that's something worth trying, but it doesn't solve our it doesn't make our it doesn't make our data better before target reveal. Yeah, but definitely I think your suggestion makes sense. Makes sense. We should try to do it. Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is we see the picture of the river, we see the picture of the water, we know that's the target. But what we don't know is they had to they took a vehicle to that point. So there was definitely a vehicle. There's
Well,
definitely-
that could be possible. Actually, I would say that's a sure thing to do because it looks like some remote area and without vehicles, there is no way you can get there.
No. I mean, that's a really rugged area, and you are. Because we can't. That's why I like using Google Map too.
that could be possible. Actually, I would say that's very
So
Oh, that makes sense. Because actually,
it looks like some remote area. And
well, even if the target did not show us there is a vehicle in for this target,
because we can't.
uh,
like using Google
it's
Map too.
it's still very possible that the photographer could drive a truck or something to go to that spot and take that picture. We just have no idea. We simply do not know. And because we do not know, we cannot verify.
Right.
For this
Right. So I mean, what's behind that person? But again, it doesn't matter because the target was.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
That's right.
We simply cannot. We simply cannot know.
Right.
But anyways, I'm glad that we did this target and also the fact that one of our meme community
So I mean, what's
person he bothers to give it a shot. Yeah, I think that's what really makes me happy for this week because success is definitely in the attempts. As long as we give it a shot, someone somewhere sometime they will want to join. Yeah, either from the Twitter or from Reddit or maybe from Discord. I don't know. But the point is, we need to keep doing it, and we need to let others know that there is such an activity, so that as time goes on, people will more and more will join us. I think that's the point. But the point is, we need to keep doing it,
and I agree. I mean, we just keep
let others
keep working it. But we're definitely going to have to work out how to get a better system. So I just started the YouTube channel so I can see what we've been taping. And
you know why? I have got another good news for you. You see the Discord? We got another person tuning in.
Do we really?
Yeah, his name is called Leo.
Hello.
Hey.
I didn't know you are here. Oh, this person is also from our Zenpada Coin community. Another good news for you. You see the Discord? We got another person tuning in.
That's
你们聊。
awesome.
Yeah, his name is called Leo. He was speaking in Chinese and he said that we can keep on chatting.
Oh.
Oh, this person is also. Well, unfortunately, I would say for this week we didn't hit the target at all. But for the last 2 weeks, we did quite well, I would say.
你们聊。
Well, I guess my question is so he is he interested in
He said that we can keep on chatting.
trying this at some point?
Well, he actually tried. I think like 1 or 2 months ago. I didn't remember which target number exactly, but he did participate it before. Yeah, just 1 or 2 times.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm real happy to see that he gave it a shot.
Tried. I think
You know, and it's so basic.
I didn't remember which yeah, but for this week, the submitted data is not from Leo. It's from another person in our meme community. I'm quite surprised that people do check our Twitter and would like to give it a shot. That's yeah, but to me that's the most important thing. Yeah,
So
because
it does mean that people do occasionally check this out. I mean, even on the YouTube feed, it looks like we've got people trying to look in, see what the YouTube feeds are doing. So I was really surprised to see we had quite a few views on the last session.
to me that's the most
Kind of a shame it didn't work out, you know, and the sound was screwed up, but you know, we'll get it. We'll polish it and make it pretty.
Oh, so you check your date, your view count on YouTube?
Yeah, and I'm hoping that we can keep the numbers going up because you know we've got quite a few.
I didn't know anyone watching our YouTube videos.
Yeah. Well, I was really surprised too because I didn't watch the whole thing, but part of it had the sound all screwed up. So yeah, it's work in progress.
Yeah, it's a small step, but a big step for us.
Yep. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
But so if we, you know, the other thing is when we do these contests, because I'm gonna have a second runner-up
small step
contest thing with Canacoin. So
Uh-huh.
that way I can go on the Canacoin Discord and get more people from there as well. So if we can get a large base of people trying to do this, we can have the ZPC coin and Canacoin, and you've got two different exchanges that would allow more people to access the contest. That way I can go on the Canacoin Discord. I talked to the Discord moderators to make sure that it would be okay. And I haven't done. Oh, hey, there's Birdie.
Uh-huh.
But I talked to the Canacoin Discord guys, and I wanted to ask them before before I even did anything, and they said it's possibly okay. They just didn't know what remote viewing was. Moderators to make sure that it would be okay. I didn't explain to him exactly what all that would entail, but I just thought we would maybe consider doing that for some of the once we get a little bit bigger and for some of the other contests. It's possibly okay. They just didn't know what remote viewing was.
Uh-huh.
But
Wow, I just checked the pictures posted by Birdie.
Exactly what all
She posts so many beautiful pictures on your Discord. Yeah.
Maybe consider doing that for. Birdie's got a picture on Discord.
Yeah,
Oh,
you check
wow.
the general channel.
Yeah, look
Yeah,
at that.
I think it's Aurora, right?
Yeah, did you see it last night?
No, I can't see it because I live in the low altitude areas.
Really?
Taiwan is in the tropical zone.
That's boy, you missed out. It was gorgeous. Yeah, the camera, your camera on your phone picks it up great. You can't see it really good until you take a picture of it and you can see it really good on a camera. So tonight, when it gets dark, you should go outside and take a couple pictures of the night sky. And you may have, you may be able to see it. It's really incredible. You can't see it really good.
Oh, by the way, I also have one thing I would like to discuss. Because now we all know that we always do our remote viewing practice with the practice target from far side. But I have to say that these kind of practice targets, they are actually, you have told me before, they are not that interesting to people. Yeah, it's just like doing homework. You know doing this will help, but and hitting the target is great. But there is very limited utility for this kind of remote viewing data. So I'm wondering if we can also start incorporating other targets, either from the sessions done by Farside Institute, or from some targets done by the Future Forecasting Group, and see if we can replicate their findings.
Sure.
Yeah, because if we do, then that would aid some collaborating report from our side that not only remote viewing is a real phenomenon, but we are also getting similar results from some of the targets from other professional remote viewing groups. Yeah, we are not adding credibility to them because I don't think we are that good. They are the professional and we are just amateur person doing remote viewing kindergarten things. Yeah, but that will make our YouTube live stream more interesting to watch, because people will not always just see like some natural environment or boring events, kind kind of data on our YouTube live stream. Instead, sometimes they may also see some interesting results. Suppose we hit the target and it's from far side or from future forecasting group because they have been doing all kinds of interesting stuff.
Well, and that's if we had a person to be able to go through pictures that are sent in. So if somebody wanted to remote view, wanted us to remote view a picture they sent in, as long as we had somebody to look at the picture and make sure it's a good picture of something that's not going to cause trouble, we could do that too. It would just mean that somebody's job would be exclusively to monitor the pictures and then set them as targets, because there's a lot of cool targets out there that targets that have been done repeatedly that I would love to look at. And like you say, it would really verify somebody's job existing known targets. But we really do. It would be nice to have somebody to basically act as the target setter, so they could pick and choose, something that would be really an interesting target, and have have all the.
Well, I can do that thing. That is, it's quite easy. Because there are like hundreds of remote viewing sessions done by Farside and Future Forecasting Group. I simply assign every single target with a number, and I mix it with the target pool. I mean the practice target pool with on Farside, and that will. And from time to time, sometimes we would pick up the interesting target, and also some boring practice targets. Yeah, we just have no idea.
你是想换另外一个图库了是吗？不想用之前的。
对，就是每一次你知道，就是我现在其实我现在遇到一个问题就是。我们用 Farsight 的这个什么，就是它的那个什么池子啊，就是随机的目标池是可以的，就是它目标池还蛮大的，就是也没有到几千个，就700-800个，然后去随机挑。但是它的因为它这个东西做它这个目标池做出来的目的啊，不是给你去拿来就是说什么做那种特殊应用，它是给你来练习的，所以它的目标都是很简单的内容，比如说一个非常具体的，像是建筑物，像之前那个就是那个什么，就是 Jeff 曾经很精准的画出了比萨斜塔，他当然不知道不是他当然不知道他画的是比萨斜塔，但是他就画出一个圆柱的建筑物，然后他就说这个看起来像是希腊式建筑，然后它是圆柱的形状，对，然后那一次的那个 target 是那个意大利的比萨斜塔。对，他就是你命中了，你当然是很高兴。但是他这个资讯，他是我只能说这种练习目标是相对无聊的，因为像这一次的练习目标是什么？就是一条河流，然后自然环境，然后你就看到远方有2座山，然后近方就是一座很那个波涛汹涌的河流，然后水流过去，就这样子而已。他的目标就是这样，他就是一个。很无聊的一个东西，就是你中了你也不会觉得特别高兴，因为它就是一个无聊的目标嘛，对不对？它有些是具体的，像之前那个什么比萨斜塔啊，之前还有那个我之前还有一次就是那个什么一个美国航空母舰沉船的一个地点，然后那边被改造成一个军港，然后那一次我跟 Jeff 都打得蛮准的，就是我跟他都看到一个海滩啊，我当时我跟他描述是。我看到的是一个海岸线，然后海浪一直不断的流过，就是一直拍打过来，对，就是看到一大片的水。他 Jeff 是跟我说他看到就是一艘很大的船，对，我们那一次都还蛮准的。但是就是如果没有命中的话，你去看那种目标，它是无聊的就是它不是一些很有趣的一些目标。但是如果我们去所以我还想说，不要每次都拿那个什么发赛的这个。目标池去做练习，因为你练习来练习过去都是一些就是相对无聊的东西啦。对， 啊，我想说，因为其实我们目标其实不是单纯练习而已，还是希望就是提升知名度，然后有更多的人愿意去加入，然后扩大社群。啊，像是上礼拜那个什么，上礼拜就是 Jeff 那边，他总共有5个人哦，5个人从那个 Reddit 论坛，那个是国外的一个社交平台，就 Reddit， 像 Twitter， 对 Reddit 论坛，他们有5个人把他们的资料交上来。对，那其中还有一个人，就是我们认为他交的资料最好。就我上周我的那个 ZPC 的奖金，我是转给那个人，对，就是那个 Ready 的那个提交的人。但他们也不是每周都参加，就是他们有人看到他们有兴趣，他们就参加；没看到就算。但重点就是我感觉啊，办到现在的结论就是，你如果真的愿意让就是推动这个活动的话，不管是推特也好，还是 Twitter， 还是 Reddit 也好，还是其他论坛，还是 Discord， 还是 YouTube， 都可能真的有不知就是观众莫名其妙就晃进来，然后就觉得好像很有趣，我也来试试看，或者是他单纯想要来撸一点碰运气嘛，看能不能捡个钱这样子。对，但我觉得不重要，重点是有人来参加，这是一个好现象。对，所以我觉得啊，重点就是我们总是要提升知名度嘛。他像 Jeff 也刚刚也讲了，他很惊讶他的 YouTube live stream 居然还真的有人会观看。虽然我们真的也没有谈论什么多营养的内容，都只是这样讲说，哦，上周是什么目标，然后这周我们练习，我们拿到什么资料，然后我们来检讨一下，然后接下来就是开讲，看看大家答得如何。我们其实每周做的事情都是千篇一律的，但是它其实并没有说太有可看性，所以我还想说，不如我们干脆就混一些真的是有趣的目标，像是那个什么，像发赛，如果你去看发赛 Institute， 他们一堆目标，一堆都是古文明或是外星人。对，那如果你去看那个什么，看那个 Future Forecasting Group， 他除了就是古文明外星人之外，他也会去看一些政治地理事件，例如说什么那个什么像是欧洲目前俄罗斯跟乌克兰他们打仗的结果嘛。啊，我可以跟你说，他们预测的结果是今年会发动核武器，对，但是不是大核，不是那种大的核战，就是反正会有重武器出现。对，他们的预测结果是这样子的，对。当然，我们都不知道这件事情是真的还是假的。总之就是，如果我们
我觉得你这个想法，对，我觉得你这个想法挺好的，就是可以跟身边的或者说国际上的一些事情联系在一起，我觉得这个还挺有意思的。
对，才不会说你每次都是就是找那种静态或是历史事件去做，因为像是你说我们这次拍到这个目标，坦白讲，它也没有什么讨论的价值啊，你就是一张自然环境的照片而已啊，对不对？
对，就感觉这个好像也就是猜出来，好像也没什么意义，这种感觉。
对，猜出来你只能说对，你可以证明说你的能力有提升，你有进步，但除此之外，它没有任何应用价值。对，但是你要说有应用价值的东西，就是像 Fireside 或者是像 Future Forecasting Group， 他们抓的一些东西，搞不好是切合时事，或者是就是人们会关心的话题。对，人们会关心的话题。然后，其实他们其实 Remote Viewing
的话，就会感觉很有意思。
对，那其实 Remote Viewing 很在意的一个点叫做 Collaborating Report， 就是不是只有一个人得到一个资讯，而是说一群人都得到了类似的资讯。对，那这个时候呢，我们就很难，我们就表示说。当然，他不保证说这件事情会成真或是怎样，但至少我们有足够的信心说，这是我们拿到的资料。那如果万一这件事情发生了，我们可能可以做好怎么样的准备或怎样的，它是有应用价值的。对啊，你有你的一个提供的资讯有应用价值的时候，人们就会去关心，那人们会想要去会在意，他们会想要参与。对，我觉得这个才是我们应该要推进的一个方向。但坦白讲，我也必须承认一点，就是我们目前只能够去做那个什么 Fireside 的这个什么小游戏啊，我把它称作 Kindergarten Play， 就是幼稚园的一些游戏。一个原因就在于，就是因为我们程度实在是太差了，对，就是我只能说我们命中率实在是太低。对，虽然某些时候运气很好，就是 答的还不错，但整体来讲，我们的水平跟质量都太差了。对，我们讲白了就是一群业余的。对啊，如果你去看他们资料，他们很多时候都是给出那种非常具体、非常明确的一些资讯，而且你可以对你而言是有参考价值跟应用空间的。对啊，但是重点不是这个，像之前我给 Jeff 一个资料，就是我们有去看 The Certa File， 我不知道你有没有听过这个东西？那个目标也是从 Farsight 来的，结果 Jeff 他那次告诉我，他当然不知道那个目标是 The Certa File， 它其实是一本书嘛，简单讲就是大概在20年前吧，20-30年前，1990还2000年那个时候，就是在瑞典。当时啊，曾经有一个外星人，他自称他来自地球地下的一个文明，然后呢，他是冒出来，然后呢，想要随便找个地球人去做调查，生态调查，然后去给他们然后他当时就是找了一个地球人说，那个我是外星人，然后我想要跟你们互动啊，你有什么问题你都可以来问我，对啊，我可以给你一切你想要知道的答案。然后当时呢，那个地球人他就把当时的所有互动过程，还有他的一些记录啊，全部写下来，然后写了一本书，叫做 The Certa File。当然 Jeff 不知道我们这一次的那个目标是 The Certa File。当然我以前也不知道有这本书，对我从来都没有听过，
好像听那个谁讲过。
我从来没有听过这本书，我也不知道这个东西啊，我怎么会知道它呢？就是因为我有在订阅那个什么 Farsight 的那个什么节目嘛，所以我每周他们有上新节目，我都会去看。他们有一期就是目标就是去看 The Certa File， 他想要知道这件事情是不是真的。结果那一次啊，就是他们当然每一次都是如此啦，就是他们的不同的 remote viewer 都看到了，就是都是就是他们都有发现有2个互动对象，那这2个人呢，其中一个是地球人，那另一个他们看到的是外星人。我们当然不知道这件事情是真的还假的嘛，对不对？所以呢，我就同样的标题丢给 Jeff 去做一次，就这一副你知道吗？那当然 Jeff 讲白了就是实验白老鼠嘛，我常拿他来当白老鼠，就是做任何东西。对，我请他看过任何东西。那一次 Jeff 的资料我也还留着啊，我忘记是哪一期的资料，就是对大家可以翻译一下，他直接写3个字 UFO。他说他看到这个，他当然不知道东西啊，就是我就一样就给一个随机数嘛，8位数的随机数。他说他直接看到3个字，他说我靠，这个东西跟 UFO 有关。对，然后他就说他当时那个什么印象最深刻的就是，他说他第一个想到就是我们这个什么。就是那个 SITN 里面另一个人，他没有空上来，就是那个什么，就是 Leora， 就是他自己就是常年被外星人绑架。他说他第一个想法就是说，我第一个感觉这个东西跟外星人有关，然后第二个就是他想到的就是外星人绑架事件。对，但实际上这个 The Certa File 并不是外星人把地球人绑架，实际上他们就是外星人，就是自称他们来自居住在地球底下的文明，然后他们就是冒出来，然后想要对地球人做一点就是田野调查，然后去看看就是测试看看就是目前地球人类文明的那个认知水平到哪里，然后那个什么测试看看就是地球人知道事实真相之后，对会有怎么样的反应？他们也只是试验嘛。当然，从头到尾我们都不知道这件事情是不是真的发生过，也没有人可以证实这件事情真的发生过。但是很有趣的一个点叫什么？叫做 collaborating report， 就是 Farsight 那边的四个 remote viewer 都得到了类似的资讯。那我也不知道 Farsight 那边是不是作弊嘛？他们搞不好串通好，就是说我们要演一场假戏。那假设就是这件事情真的发生，然后我们就做一个假的节目出来，骗观众，骗收视率。这件事情有可能是真的，但如果是真的的话，那理论上，如果 Jeff 的资料品质够好的话，那他应该能够否定这个结论。结果很不巧的就是，我丢给 Jeff 的时候 ，Jeff 也跟我说，他的第一感就是 UFO， 第二感就是他想到的是外星人绑架事件。对。 就是这叫 collaborating report， 就是不同的人居然能够得到相似的资讯啊，但是这么多人得到类似的资讯，我们能够证明这件事情在20-30年前真的发生过吗？就是当时真的有一个蜥蜴人，然后从地底冒出来，然后随便找了一个人，然后去跟他互动交流，然后做了一场面试，然后那个地球人真的写下了这本书，然后流传至今。我们能够证明这件事情真的是真的吗？我们不能够证明，因为
也很难讲。
对，我们很难证明。但是我们唯一能够证明的一件事叫做，不同的人去做这个就是做练习了 Certify 这个目标的时候，如果他的水平够高，他或许能够得到类似的结论。就是这个目标跟外星人有关，然后呢，然后这个目标是一个外星人跟一个地球人之间的互动，对啊。假如这件事情是真的的话，那我只能跟你说，就是如果这件事情是真的的话，那 The Certified 这本书非常值得一看，因为
那这本书可信度可能就很高了。
对，可信度可能就很高。当然，我们也没有办法去证明。
这本书我好像听那个老高与小莫，你有看过他们节目吗？
我没有在关心他们节目，对。但是我只能说，就是
他们讲过，
对，就是我本来也不晓得这本书啊，我是因为看了凡尔赛节目才知道有这本书啊，我也是好奇之下就是试验看看，就是别人能不能也能够看到类似的资讯，结果 Jeff 也看到类似的资讯，那好吧，我就乖乖把那本书给翻出来，就是我没有全部看完呢，就几十页稍微扫了一下，对，反正我只能说里面内容真的也是很有趣，对，就是他们其实也直接就是他们有讲，就是关于这种，就是他们对于这些我们现在比较称为玄学的东西，像是那种 remote viewing 或者是念能力这种东西，对他们而言，这个东西不是玄学，他们说它其实是有一些科学原理但只是呢，他也有说，以我们目前人类的水平是无法去理解这件事情是怎么做到的。对但他有试着去在 The Certified 中，就是他也有去问，就是他有示范。就怎样用念能力去移动一支笔，就是他身体都没有动，但是放在桌上的笔突然飘了起来。他说他有去示范这个事情，然后他有去解释他这件事情是怎么做到的。但他说，就是以我目前有限的认知，没有办法体验到这件事情要怎么去实现。所以他们会认为这件就是以我们人类的角度来看，这件事情就是魔术。对，但他有讲这个东西不是魔术。对，但是要等你们进化到某个层次，你们才会明白。对，我看一下那本的Certified，我觉得很有趣。对，就是这样。那我未来的想法，我也觉得就是我们不一定，因为坦白讲 ，practice target 就是我们就算中了都有对，它其实没有什么应用价值跟空间了。那我觉得比较有价值的就是，如果就是假如说就是 Farside 的一些，就是他们或者是 Future Forecasting Group 他们做的一些资料啊，如果我们也能够得到类似的结果的话。并不是说我们证实了他们哦，而是说一方面就是我们的能够表示说我们的能力可能有进步嘛，另一方面也表示说至少证实了一件事，就是它事情本身未必是真的，但是我们能够证明的就是不同的人去对相同的目标去做 remote viewing 的时候，有一定的概率能够得到类似的结果。对，我们能够那这个东西就是 collaborating report， 就是而且是完全来自不同的人。其实这个现象我们也发现，就是。因为我们做的次数够多啊，其实我也发现，有的时候 Jeff 的资料跟我的资料、跟 Leora 的资料，还有就是一些来自 Reddit 的资料，相似度非常高。就是你会去看，就是虽然我们都是不同的 remote viewer， 但是就是很神奇的事情，就是说针对同一个目标，就是不同的人居然能够得出类似的答案跟资料跟结论。对，我们也不知道为什么会这样子，这个现象为什么发生，我们不知道。对，但是我只能说就是很有趣。对啊。我是觉得
你们今天的那个，你们今天的那个练习目标，
今天的资料玩一团糟啊，对，但是我没有，我觉得无所谓啊，对，一团糟，
大家都没中吗？
都没中啊，都没中啊。对，我们也不知道。我可以跟你说，我们整体的命中率就差不多接近3%到4%之间呢，就是因为我们做的次数够多，大概统计起来3%到4%。对，就是完全都没有人中的次数是还是偏多，但是也没有说到太多啊，就是差不多60%到70%的机会会一个人都没中，但是 大概有30%的机会，就是总是有一个人，或是2个人，或是很多人同时命中目标。对，总是会有，对，会有人中。那资料其实我都有保留啊，只是我没有去特别归档啊，就是通通都就散落在我们的Zenpada Coin 上面的 Twitter 嘛，对不对？那个都看得到啊，那个都是留存记录啊。对啊，我只能说，我们这个迷因币啊，币价要起色，一方面就是看庄家什么时候发力，对啊，另一方面就是看市场什么加密货币市场什么时候又炒作来，那另一方面就是我们在等时间啊，就是时间其实对我们是有利的哦，时间是站在我们这一方的，就是这方面知识普及，大家一定会想说，那这个东西能不能炒作？对我们是一个潜在的炒作标的，我们只要持续做下去就好了，对。对，只是持续做下去要投入时间啊，对吧？一定要投入时间精力的，这没办法，对吧？
你们聊，没事，你们聊，我听你们聊英语，我也练习一下那个听力。
因为我们英语很烂，这个东西能不能炒？对，我们是一个。Hello Jeff, sorry for have you waited. I don't think we need to do this week session for such an extended period of time.
没事，你们聊。
Yeah.
我听你们聊。
Are you still there?
Yeah.
那个听力。
So
Yeah, I think that's good for this week. Is there anything else you would like to share before we end today's session?
Nope. I'm just Phil just posted on Target. On the Target Discord, a target that he's going to reveal on the 18th.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay, like next week, right?
Yeah, I'll see.
Yeah.
If you want, we could use that, and then I'll talk to him and see if he can reveal it a little bit early, maybe, so we can make sure we have it for next week.
Yeah, we can incorporate that as well in our session. That would be great because we have no idea what the target actually is.
Well, what we could do is we could do a primary target and a secondary target. You know, do two targets. We'll have your far side target as the primary, that for the contest, and we'll do a secondary target that I could, we could do.
That would be great.
Just do it and then see what it does, or see how we do.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, that sounds
可
great.
以啊，我觉得挺好的。
Two targets. Okay.
Yeah, the more practice, the better.
Yeah.
对，可以弄3个都可以。
For the contest, and we'll do a
Yeah, we don't just want to stick to something. Yeah, we would like to try different kinds of stuff. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you for everyone's participating in our in this week's discussion, and I'll see everyone
可以
next week.
弄3个都可以。
Goodbye. Have a good day.
拜拜。
Yeah,
Bye. Thank you.
we don't just want to stick to